Hello guys, welcome back once again to the Mastery Academy. So today we are going to continue up with the TCS NQT based examination preparations important questions that we are considering in the previous two sessions along with today. Today is going to be the third part of the aptitudinal questions, quantitative part. A large number of questions have been asked in NQTs in the sessions that we are conducting. So I hope everyone is well quite aware that the sessions are conducted. Previous two sessions are available. Check them out on YouTube. And definitely if you want to know furthermore, you can contact the Mastery Academy. So without any further ado guys, for the preparation of NQT examination in the month of June, today's first question. The ratio of the number of boys and girls in the school is 5:9 and the total number of students is 224. If 64 girls left the school and some boys joined, the ratio becomes 6:5. Find the number of boys who joined. So once again, a typical question, a generic question on the basis of ratio and proportions that has been asked in NQT examination. First understand the question. They have given us two ratios, initial and final ratio. There is a group of boys and girls in a school. Initial ratio is given to be 5:9. The number of boys and number of girls ratio. Now remember, whenever ratio has been given, if in case MCQ based question, if in case you want to solve the questions of ratio and proportion, directly to you can take in the values. Boys can be, there is a possibility that the number of boys here can be 5, number of girls can be 9, because ratio is nothing but the minimum value, comparative value. But here in the case, new ratio 2 has been given and the total number of students to have been mentioned. So we are going to go up with a different format. The ratio of boys and girls is 5:9. Total number of students have been given to 224. In the next case, in the new case, what is happening? Some boys are changing the school. They are leaving this particular school, but some girls are joining in. After that, the new ratio once again has been mentioned to be, where is it? 6:5. Okay. And depending on that, find out the number of boys. That is what the requirement is. Initially, on the basis of the given ratio and total number of students, we can identify the number of boys. Sum of ratio is nothing but 5 plus of 9, which is nothing but, 9, not 19, 5 plus of 9. So that will turn out to be 14, total number of candidates according to ratio. Now if you want the number of boys according to the division on the basis of ratio, I can take that particular value to be 5 upon 14 multiplied with 224. That will give us the number of boys, 14 ones and 14 1, and then it comes to 6. So that will be 80 guys. Total number of boys initially without any change 224. The number of boys will be 80, and then the remaining students will be what? Number of girls, or you can also identify according to the ratio format. That will be nothing but 9 upon 14 into 224. I'll take it to be on a direct basis. That will turn out to be what? 144. So number of boys initially 80, number of girls 144. In the question they have mentioned 64 girls left. Okay, sorry guys, 64 girls left the school and some boys are new boys, new admissions, they are joining in. If that happened, the new ratio became 6:5. Now what will be the, in new case, what will be the number of boys? That is what they are asking. So here in case, if I want the new values, the number of girls, we already know there were 144 girls, but 64 of them are leaving, they are changing the school according to the question. So how many girls are remaining here? 80 girls. In the new case, in the new admission format, 80 girls are remaining, but some boys joined in. Initially there were 80 boys, but some of them, new members, joined in. We do not know what is the number of boys that have joined in, but we know the ratio. See, 80 was the initial number of boys, X be the new number of boys that are taking the admission. So the new number of boys and then new number of girls, 144 minus 64 left, and that is nothing but 80. So the ratio of boys and girls in the question, as they have mentioned in the new case, will be what? 6:5. So 6:5 is the new ratio. Now you will have to simplify for the value of X. So this is given to be 400 plus plus of 5x. I'm writing the values directly. 400 plus of 5x will be equal to 480. So I can write in the value of x will be equal to 80 upon 5, and that is nothing but 16. Okay, 16 guys. X, as we had taken, the number of boys will turn out to be 16. A simple question. I hope you are able to follow. Option number B, 16. There are two cases here. Initial case of a ratio, then after the admissions and some girls left out, that is exactly 64 to be precise according to question. New ratio has been given. The number of boys and girls we can identify. So 16 is the answer. I hope it is clear. Now one more important thing that I would like to point out here. One of the students had asked us this particular question. Sir, what would happen if the number of boys, total number of students, it has mentioned in the question 224. What would happen if they wouldn't have mentioned it? If 224 was not given, if this new ratio was not given, if the number of girls was not given, then what would happen? Now, like I have always said guys, we are solving the questions. You would need to solve about 7 to 8 questions belonging to each and every topic. Here in our Master Academy's batch, we solve about 7 to 8 questions minimum basis, so that it will be easier for you. You will get a hold of all the different cases and all the questions that would come or jump into your mind. But here, like I said, I'm just solving the questions, so it is not possible for me to consider all the different format of case. Just only focus on the question and the content while we are solving the question part. For further details, definitely if you're looking for, you can join in the batch. Okay, so move on to the next question. Yes, speed, distance and time. Speed. A policeman saw a thief from a distance of 100 meters. He started chasing him at a speed of 4 meters per second. On seeing the policeman, the thief started running at a speed of 2 meters per second. Determine the distance run by the policeman to catch the thief in meters. This question or these particular kind of question, we will have to work on the basis of relative speed. According to the question, what they have mentioned, there is a policeman. On a rough basis, I am taking in a sketch. You don't have to draw everything. So policeman, and then there is this thief. According to the question, a policeman saw a thief from a distance of 100 meters. So whatever the position of thief was, he was at a distance of 100 meters from the policeman. So as soon as the thief saw policeman, he started running. So here in the question, they have not mentioned the direction. Some students, they ask, sir, how should we know the thief is going to run in the right hand direction? That is common logic guys. If he is seeing the policeman, he is trying to escape, so he will definitely go against the direction of the policeman. So the thief will try to run in this particular direction. According to the question, the speed of policeman is to be 4 meters per second. The thief's speed is going to be 2 meters per second. After some point, the policeman, he caught the thief. After some point, after some time, the policeman caught the thief. Suppose at this point, the policeman catches the thief. That point I'll take to be M. So determine the distance run by policeman. So how much is the distance that the policeman actually had to cover in order to catch the thief? Now here understand one thing guys. The speed of policeman is 4. The speed of policeman is 2 meters per second. We have to work it on the basis of relative speed. Relative speed on a common basis, if I would like to point out, it is nothing but the relational speed relating to that. That is the difference. The policeman will have to travel at a speed that he has to catch him. What I mean to say, 100 meters is the distance that has been given. For 1 second, the policeman will move forward because he is faster. 4 meters per second, the speed of policeman is high, faster. Thief is running, but he is a little bit slower. So definitely he is going to catch up. According to the relative speed, that is nothing but the difference here, 2 meters per second. 4 minus of 2, 2 meters per second. It means that each and every second the policeman is running, he is covering a distance of 2 meters at the time of 1 second, completely taking this whole distance. At 1 second, the policeman is moving 2 meters ahead of the thief. 2 meters in 1 second, 2 meters in 1 second, 2 meters in 1 second. Definitely at point M, he is going to catch out the thief. So relative speed, we will have to consider the difference. That is nothing but 4 minus of 2 meters. 1 second, he is at the profit level here. Policeman, he has more speed, more than that of the thief. So we have to consider only the larger part, because 2 meters and 2 meters, if you both combine, the force is going to take it out, 0, equilibrium, 2 and 2 on a rough basis, 2 and 2, even if the policeman runs at a speed of 2, here it is given as 4. Now imagine if he was running at 2 meters per second, even the thief was running at 2 meters per second. So every second 2 meters, 2 meters, they both would run in the opposite, in the same direction. So the policeman would never catch the thief. Only there is one condition: the policeman has to run at a speed more than that of thief, and that is exactly what he is doing. Here it is 2, here it is 4 meters. So 2 and 2 cancel that, additional 2 meters, only that is the content that is actually going to work out. So 2 meters per second is the relative speed. Now at that speed, it is actually the 100 meters of distance that the policeman has actually need to cover. See, there is some distance, thief is also running, there is some distance here, the policeman finally is catching the thief, he is also covering up. But basically here, in order to calculate the time, overall time, in order to calculate the time for 100 meters, this much of distance the policeman has to cover at relative speed. So we actually have to calculate the time that is needed in order to cover this distance. So time is given by what, guys? Speed, distance upon speed. Distance here is going to be, remember, 100 meters. 100 meters is the distance. The policeman has to actually cover 100 meters. There is the total distance. Yes, definitely. But the policeman has only need to overcome 100 meters. Apart from that, his speed is larger. He will definitely catch him. The policeman at a relative speed will have to cover up this much of distance, 100 meters. So 100 meters divided by speed. Now here definitely relative speed, that is nothing but 4 minus of 2, okay, meters per second. And one more important thing here in this question, even the distance, even the speed has been given in meters, but sometimes they provide distance in kilometers and speed in kilometers. You will have to convert that. Either both of them should be in the same unit, in kilometers or in meters. So here meters and meters, that is what we are going to take. So 100 divided by relative speed is nothing but 2, which is 50 seconds. Time is nothing but 50 seconds. The policeman basically at relative speed, in order to cover a distance of 100 meters, he only has to overcome that 100 meters. Remember, the policeman is completely covering a different distance. He is covering 100 meters and some distance more. But in order to overcome the speed of the thief, he only needs to cover 100 meters. So that is what we have calculated there, 50 seconds. So by the time the policeman reaches at point T, thief is also running. Yes, thief is also running in the opposite direction. So in 50 seconds, how much did the thief run, or how much of distance did the thief cover out in 50 seconds? That is what we have to find out. Now for that, speed of thief, that has been given, time has been given, distance is what we need to find. So distance is given by speed into time, normal formula. Speed of thief, that has been given, speed of thief has been given to be 2. Time is nothing but 50 seconds that we have calculated on the basis of relative speed. So the distance that the thief is covering is nothing but 100 meters. 100 meters. Thief is running 100 meters before getting caught by the policeman at this point. So this distance once again is nothing but 100 meters according to our calculations. Yes. So how much is the total distance that policeman had to cover? Initial 100 at relative speed. Definitely 2 meters was the only profit that he was gaining here. So 100 meters, and this particular point 100 meters. Here too he was running at profitable speed, 2 meters per second. His speed was 4 meters per second, but he was gaining only 2 meters of distance each and every second. Okay. So total distance is 100 and 100. That is the total distance that policeman had to cover out. That is nothing but 200 meters. Initial 100 and this final 100. Okay, now understand guys, this might look a little bit off because like I said, you need to have a little bit of practice. You need to solve about 3 to 4 different variety of questions, only then that will fix up in your mind. But here I'm not going to explain. Okay, I hope you understand guys. So definitely in the batch sessions we are going to cover up all the topics. You can check us out there. Okay, I hope it is clear guys. So how much of distance did the thief cover? Sometimes they only ask the distance covered by the thief. Thief only ran about 100 meters. Policeman had to run 100, had to run 100 and 100, 200 meters. So that is the answer, option number B. Okay. Next question. Today's third question of today's session. A person distributed 72% of the money he had between Ram and Raj in the ratio of 5:7 respectively. Ram and Raj deposited the amount received in a scheme offering 8% and 10% simple interest respectively for 10 years. Find the amount in rupees left with the person if the sum of interest earned by Ram and Raj after 10 years is 6,600 rupees. Once again, the question might seem or might find, some among you might find it to be on a very lengthy basis. Like I said, if you have the touch of this subject, it will be easier to understand. Always remember, take about 15 to 20 seconds in order to first understand the question. Without just reading the question or reading the question in a swift manner, quick or a hurried basis will only lead to confusion, and that will lead to the selection of wrong answers. Try to read up the question first initially. So here what they are saying, there is a person, an unanimous person, unknown person, 72% of his amount. There is a person, for example A, he is giving out 72% of his amount, total amount, whatever his amount is, we do not know. 72% of his amount he is dividing, he is giving it to Ram and Raj, and remaining is how much? Remaining is nothing but 28%. Okay, 28% of amount, whatever he had, he is keeping it to himself. 72% he is giving it furthermore to Ram and Raj. So they are sons, or for business or for some other purpose, we are not concerned. Only he is giving about 72%. Now Ram and Raj, what they are doing, between Ram and Raj in the ratio of 5:7, 72% he is distributing among Ram and Raj accordingly in this ratio, in the format of this ratio. Now Ram and Raj, what they are doing is they are investing it out. Okay, they are depositing in the bank. So they are depositing at a rate of 8%. Ram is depositing at a rate of 8%. Raju is depositing at a rate of 10%, and for a period of 10 years they are investing that amount. So find the amount in rupees, so comma, amount in rupees left with the person if the sum of interest earned by Ram and Raj after 10 years is 6,600. So after a period of 10 years, whatever simple interest that Ram and Raj, both of them are getting, the sum of the interest has been given to be 6,600. If that is the case, how much of amount was left with this particular man A initially who gave the money? Here we do not know the initial investment of the person A. So we have to assume, I am going to take the initial investment to be 100x. Now the question comes, why 100x? You can only take x. Definitely you can take x, you can take 10x, 5x, 100y, anything, but I am taking 100 in the sense it will be easier because percentage. Okay, 100 if I take some value, 100 or 10, and approximate value, for calculation part it will be easier. We'll skip out the decimal or the fractional details, so it will be easier. That is the reason why I am considering initial amount 100x, initial amount of the person A. Now 72% of 100x, 72% will turn out to be what? 72x, 72 upon 100 into 100x, 72x. What is remaining? Remaining, whatever amount is remaining, 28%, 28x. Out of 100x, 72% is giving, 28% is saving, that he is keeping it with himself. So 28x is remaining. So this amount is what we have to find out. Okay, find the amount in rupees with the person, amount in rupees left with the person, 28x we have to find. For that we need the value of x, and in order to find the value of x we can use this particular detail, 72x. How? The ratio has been given 5:7. According to the ratio of distribution, I can say Ram received how much amount? That is nothing but 5, the share of Ram divided by total share 7 plus of 5, which is nothing but 12 into 72x, ratio based distribution. So 12 and 6, that will turn out to be 30x. 30x of amount was given to Mr. Ram. Now Raju, the remaining amount was given to Mr. Raju. So 72 minus of 30, 42x. 42x amount was given to Raju. You can also calculate according to ratio 7 upon 12 into 72x, or 72x minus of 30, 42x. 30x and 42x. So they deposited that amount. Ram invested in a bank, deposited at 8%, and Raju at 10% simple interest for a period of 10 years. So we are going to calculate the simple interest that everyone received. Simple interest that Ram received is given by PTR upon 100. So P, principal amount that Ram received, 30x. So 30x multiplied with time, 10 years, rate of interest is 8 divided by 100. According to the question, 8% at a period of 10 years, and it is also given as simple interest. This is the case for Ram. So here it will turn out to be what? 24x. Simple interest that Mr. Ram is getting after a period of 10 years. So simple interest that Raju is obtaining is given by PTR upon 100. P, the principal amount that Raju had gotten, is 42x. So 42x multiplied with the rate of interest is 10. Remember, 10 is the rate of interest given for Mr. Raju, and the time period is going once again to be 10, whole divided by 100. So here 42x is the amount that was received by Mr. Raju, simple interest. Now in the question they have mentioned the sum of simple interest. Left with the person if sum of interest earned by Ram and Raj, not Raju, Raj, after 10 years is 6600. So simple interest by Ram is 24x, simple interest by Raj 42x is equal to 6600 according to the given question. The sum of interest, first interest, second interest, sum is 66. So I will write in directly 6600 divided by 66, that is nothing but 100. 100 is nothing but the value of x, guys, value of x. So what was the total investment of Mr. A? Total investment was nothing but 100x according to what we had taken. 100x, we had assumed 100x. Now 100 into 100, that will give you the total amount. 10,000 rupees will be the total amount invested by A. So 72 into 100, 7200, yes, 7200 will be the amount that he gave it to Mr. Ram and Raju. But in the question they have asked us about remaining amount. So remaining amount is what? 28x, 28%. So 28 into 100, and that will turn out to be 2800. 2800 is the amount that was left with the person. So 10,000, 100 into 100, 10,000 total amount, 72% or 72 into 100, 72x, 72 into 100, 7200 will be the amount that he gave to Mr. Ram and Raju. Remaining 28x was 2800 rupees. I hope it is clear, guys. See, once again, I am not including steps on a very lenient basis because it is MCQ based examination. That is the reason you don't have to focus about steps, because marks are not awarded for steps, but maintain a neatness so that you will avoid distraction in the examination while under pressure. Next question. I hope it is clear. If you find difficulties, you can let us know in the comment box. The next question. If simple interest is offered per year on a sum of money invested for 5 years, the amount of money payable on maturity after the 5 years elapsed is Rs 2340. However, if the sum was invested for only 2 years, the amount payable on maturity would be 2016. What is the original sum invested? Yes, I am solving question before dealing up with this particular part. I am solving questions on a little bit fast basis, okay, a little bit swifter. because like I said, we are only covering up the questions, guys, explanation part, and there will be some time needed for the students in order to assimilate, understand. I'm not giving that time because like I've been saying repeatedly, I'm solving only the questions, okay, explanation on a minor basis. So here in this question, guys, once again there is some investment that was made. Okay, there was some investment made for a period of 5 years, and the amount or the money payable after maturity in the sense completion. Okay, mature means completion. After the completion of 5 years, elapsed means covered. After the completion of 5 years, they are getting an amount of 2340. Annual amount after the completion of 5 years is 2340 for some principal. We do not know the principal, we do not know the rate of interest, only time for 5 years, annual amount. And one more important thing, amount does not specifically refer to A. P means principal, I means simple interest, T is time, R is the rate of interest. Amount, see this amount, it depends on the question. Whenever you look at this word amount, don't directly take it to be A. Amount can also refer to the principal. It depends on the question, the sentence that they are implying. So here in this case, amount at the completion amount means A. That is what you can take. So don't just hurry up and take A. A large number of students do that. So 2340 after completion of 5 years, and then the sum was invested, but practically their intention was they would invest it for 5 years. If they had invested for 5 years, this amount, they would have gotten this amount. But practically what happened, they were possible to invest it only for a period of 2 years. So for a period of 2 years, after the completion of 2 years at simple interest, they got the amount to be 2016. So if that is the case, what was the original sum invested? If this is the case given, what is the principal amount? That is the question. Here there are two ways you can solve. You can take the principal formula. A is equal to P into 1 plus IT. Then principal will be equal to A upon 1 plus IT. Principal here too will be equal to A upon 1 plus IT. You can also solve that, not an issue. But here when they have clearly mentioned the case is going to be simple interest, then each and every year the interest that we are getting or this person is getting will be equal. Yes, simple interest will be same for each and every year. So 5 years the annual amount, and then 2 years annual amount. So there is a gap of what, 3 years. So for a period of 3 years, the annual amount that they received is going to be 2340 minus of 2016. I can take this. There is a gap of 3 years. Simple interest, it will be same for each and every year, unlike compound interest. So 2340 minus of 2016, that will turn out to be 324. 324. Now 324, this is what? This is the total amount for a period of 3 years, complete period of 3 years. Now I need the annual amount. I am going to identify the annual amount only for a period of 1 year. So annual amount for a period of 3 years. So annual amount, if I want it for 1 year, I can take it to be 324 upon 3, because for every year the simple interest is going to be same amount. So equal distribution, 324 upon 3. So this will be what? 108. That is the annual amount that we are receiving for one particular year. Annual amount is nothing but 108 for 1 year. So now we know that annual amount will be equal to the sum of principal and the this is not the annual amount, sorry guys. See, 324 will be the simple interest. Yes, because annual amount, this includes both the principal and the simple interest. Principal plus simple interest, principal plus simple interest. On elimination, principal will lag out. The remaining will be simple interest. Sorry, this is simple interest, not annual amount, simple interest for a period of 3 years. So simple interest for 1 year. For 1 year it will be 108. So 108 is the simple interest, not annual amount. Simple interest for one particular year is nothing but 108. Now in the question they have mentioned the annual amount for 5 years and annual amount for 2 particular years, 2016. Now annual amount is nothing but the sum of principal plus simple interest. So P plus of SI. If I take in the annual amount for 2 particular years, according to the given question, 2016, yes. So 2016 will be equal to what? Principal plus simple interest for 2 years. Yes, simple interest for 2 years. If I am taking annual amount for 2 completion years, then simple interest will be for first year and second year 2. So for 1 year it is going to be 108. For 2 years, what will be simple interest be? So that will be nothing but twice of 108. Okay. So if I need the principal here now, if I need the principal, I can take in 2016 minus of that will be 216. Annual amount minus of simple interest obtained over a period of 2 years, and this is nothing but 1800. Okay, 1800 principal amount that the person had invested is nothing but 1800. Okay, initially remember guys, what we have done here, you can also calculate with respect to the formula, but as they have given the amount for 5 years and for 2 years, simple interest will be same for each and every year. So the difference we have obtained, simple interest for 3 particular years will be 324. For 3 years it will be 324. For 1 year, if you want the simple interest, you divide it by 3, as the amount is going to be same for each and every year. So now next, annual amount for 2 years already given in the question as 2016. So principal as it is, simple interest for 2 continuous years will be what? 108 into 2. If you need the principal, just simplify. The principal amount that we got is nothing but 1800. Now you can also solve it according to the formula. Okay, P will be equal to A upon A5 divided by 1 plus IT is equal to A3 upon 1 plus IT. That will give you the same answer, but this is a little bit quicker. Okay, for that reason I did that. I hope it is clear guys. So like I said, we have been training a large number of candidates. If you want to prepare for these examination, MNC based assessment examinations, specifically for these upcoming or ongoing examinations conducted by TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, HCL, Amazon, Tech Mahindra, any of the MNCs, if you want to prepare, if you are also looking to get into the MNCs and make out a career through the entry level examinations such as A-Litmus, CoCubes, AMCAT, NQTs, then Elite examinations, you can join the Master Academy's training program. Specifically, there are a large number of candidates who also want to secure or pursue a master's degree, MBA, specifically in one of the tier 1 or additionally at the top level based institutions such as IIMs. So if you are preparing for that through CAT examinations, GMAT examinations, then definitely too you can join the Master Academy by contacting us. And let me tell you, the application that we have is available on Google Play Store. Check out the application. The sessions are going to be on an online basis, recorded sessions, PDFs, mock tests, details, and the time frame have been clearly mentioned. For further details, you can contact us at the contact number, and if you are looking to be admitted in this batch, you can join in. The admissions are open. Okay. Now coming back to the next question. So out of 3 numbers, the second numbers is 5 times the first. Second numbers is 5 times the first, and it is also twice the third. If the third number is raised by 8, then the average of 3 works out to be 31. What is the smallest number? What is the smallest number? Now remember guys, age related question, I think. Generic question, age related question. Now you can assume here the numbers, whatever you can assume according to the proper format that fits into the question. Some people take different assumption and some people take different assumption. You can go up with the content that you find fit, but here I am going to take this format. See, out of 3 numbers, the second is 5 times the first. 3 numbers, we do not know what the 3 numbers are. So X, Y and Z, 3 numbers. Second numbers is 5 times the first. Second number is Y, 5 times the first number, and also twice the third number. Second number is twice the third number. This is the condition. If the third number is raised by 8, third number, that is nothing but Z. If it is raised by 8, average of the 3 works out to be 31. So average is given by what? Average basically is given by sum divided by number of elements. But here what they are saying, if in case, if the third number is raised by 8, we are raising that number. Okay, rise plus 8, then the average will turn out to be 31. Then the average will turn out to be 31. That is what they have mentioned. So I can here accordingly write the value. See, average will be equal to what? 31 will be equal to x plus y plus z plus 8. We are raising that number. So x, y and z from the given relationship, we can take it to be on the same basis. By here, by this value, I can take in the value of x to be equal to y by 5. Yes, 5 will move on to the bottom, and I can write in z to be y upon 2. So these values I can substitute here. X is nothing but y upon 5. So y upon 5 plus y as it is, second number, plus of z is nothing but y upon 2. So y upon 2 plus of 8 as given in the question. We are raising that number. So divided by 3. So 3 you can write in here. It will jump out. Okay. So 31 into 3, that will turn out to be 93. I'll write directly, guys, 93. So this according to the condition fits in. Now we will have to simplify the answer. See, here the LCM will turn out to be 10. 93 will be equal to LCM. I'll write down here 10, 5 and 2. So this values I'm going to write in directly, guys. You multiply 2 plus of 10y plus of 5y plus of 80. We're taking out the LCM. 5 into 2 into 10 into 5 into 10. So this is the value. So this 10, it will jump out here. So 2y plus 10y plus 5y, 17y plus 80 will be equal to 930. So 930 is nothing but 17y plus 80. So simplification, 850 divided by 17 will be equal to y. So that is nothing but 50, 17 5s are. So the value of y is nothing but 50. Okay. Now we can determine the value of x, y and z. X is given to be y upon 5, z is given to be y upon 2. So x, y, z, y upon 5, 50 upon 5, that will be nothing but 10. What will be y? Y as it is 50, and z is given to be y by 2. So 50 upon 2. So that is nothing but 25. So the value of x, y and z is nothing but 10, 50 and 25. In the question, what they have asked us, what is the smallest number? Smallest number is going to be 10. X, y, z, 10, 50 and 25. So option number C. Option number C, guys. Okay, age based question. I hope it is clear. You can also assume here, some students assume the first number to be x upon 5, second to be y and z upon 2. Even that too will lead to the same situation. Okay, steps will not minimize because that is the simplification part. Same procedure. You can change the assumption base if you want. I hope it is clear. So the next question, guys, average question based on average. Average ratios and then age, speed and time and work, distance, speed, then another thing, boats and stream. Those questions you can expect a lot. Average and LCM, HCF, basic questions. I hope everyone is aware with HCF and LCM. I have not solved many questions on HCF and LCM. Taking into consideration, these questions will be a little bit of a more on a confusion and time consumption basis. That is the reason we have picked out these questions. Okay, moving on. The average age of Raghu and Bagha is 60 years, which is 15 years more than the average age of Bagha and Tanmay. The average age of Raghu and Tanmay is 65 years. Daya is 12.5% older than Bagha. What is the age of Daya? Once again, a relative based situation here. So it is easy question, guys. See, the average age of Raghu and Bagha. So Raghu and Bagha, average age is given by what? Sum divided by number of elements, and that is given to be 60. This is the average age of Raghu and Bagha, which is 15 years more than the average age of Bagha and Tanmay. So average age of Bagha and Tanmay will be what? Sum divided by number of elements, and that I can write in 60 minus of 15. Yes, because it is given in the question 15 more. See, this value is 15 more than this. See, according to the question, see, 15 years more than the average. Whatever the average of Bagha and Tanmay is, this value is 15 more than the given value. So whatever value here 60 in between Raghu and Bhaga they have given, so we have to eliminate. The difference will turn out to be 15. I hope it is clear. 60 if it has been given here, so you will have to eliminate 15. Only then it will be 15 times more. Okay, so whatever value we obtain here, 60 minus of 15, 45. So 45, if you add in 15 more according to the condition that has been applied, if you add 15 to the average age of Bhaga and Tanmay, you will get the value of average age of Raghu and Bhaga. So I can take in 60 minus of 15, which is equal to 45. Then the average age of Raghu and Tanmay is 65 years. Raghu and Tanmay average age is divided by 2, 65 years. If this is the case, Daya is 12.5% older than Bhaga. What is the age of Daya? So initially we will have to first find out the age of Bhaga if we need the age of Daya. For that we have this equation format. See, I can write in here. Next, R plus of B will be equal to 120. Raghu and Bhaga's together age. So here I can write in B plus T will be equal to 45 into 2, and that is nothing but 90. And here I can take in Raghu and Tanmay 65 into 2, and that is 130. Yes, we have these three particular equations. Now we'll do one thing. I'll solve these two equations. Okay, this minus of this, 1 minus of 2. I'm not going to write in, guys. I'm just going to write in the solution if that is okay. R plus B is equal to 120 minus of B plus T is equal to 90. See, B and B that will get eliminated. So directly I can write in the value R minus of T. R and T. I'm taking this here minus. So R minus of T, B and B will get cancelled out. 120 minus of 90, that will be 30. So R minus of T is equal to 30. We have another equation, R plus T is 130. So I can add in both these equations. Okay, adding these equations, this and this particular equation. So R minus T plus R plus T. So minus T plus T, they will get cancelled out. R plus R. 2 are on the left hand side. LHS 30 plus 130, 160. So I can write in 2R is equal to 160. So the value of R will be what? 80. Value of R is 80. R is, okay, Raghu is 80 years old. Now you can use any of the equations here. I am going to use this directly, Bhaga. R plus of B is 120. So R plus of B is 120 according to the given question. Substitute the values here. So I can take in the value of Bhaga to be equal to 120 minus of 80, and that will turn out to be 40. 40. Age of Bhaga is nothing but 40 years. But in the question they have also given us this condition. Daya is 12.5% older. Okay, Daya is 12.5% older than Bhaga. So age of Daya, I can take in age of Daya to be what? 12.5% more. 40 plus 12.5 upon 100 into 40, or I can take in 12.5% more means directly 112.5% of 40. Okay, you can also write in separately 40 plus 12.5 divided by 100 into 40. 40 will be constant. 100 into 1, 100 plus of 12.5, 112.5, same step. That is what I've written directly. So here I can take this particular format to be what? So 11.25 into 4, 11.25 into 4. So this will be what? 0, 0, and then 5 and 45. Okay. So the age of Daya that we needed to find out, 12.5% more than Bhaga. Bhaga's age is 40. So 112.5 upon 100 into 40 will lead to 45. Okay, the decimal points were shifting in. So the age of Daya as per needed is nothing but 45 years of age. Okay, option number 1. So I think we are clear, guys, with whatever questions that we have solved in today. I hope you are able to follow and understand, and let me clarify once again, we are not explaining in-depth complete explanation, it is not possible. We are only solving the questions. I hope it has been a utilizing base to everyone who is preparing for the specifically NQT based examination. So that will be it for today, guys. Stay tuned furthermore to check out the videos of this format at the channel of Mastery Academy. Contact us if you want to join the NQT based preparation examinations or CAT examination. So thank you once again for joining in today in this wonderful session. I hope you have enjoyed. We are always open to the suggestions and any of the ideas that you are further looking forward for. So thanks, guys. Be seeing you again in the next session. Until then, have a great time. Take care, guys. Bye.